Hi, Kimberly here, and I just want to encourage you to take a little time out, enjoy the softer things in life, go to a beautiful museum or an aquarium, and just hold on. Let me stop playing with you, beautiful people, and tell you the truth of what's going on. We're at a field trip, and this is what it really sounds like. Good early Saturday morning. I just finished doing a mini Target try-on haul and discovered that several of the pants and the shoes, that's what you hear clunking at the bottom, don't fit. So I'm on my way to Target early this Saturday morning, and I'm also going to stop by DMV because I need to get a new driver's license. Girl, this license saga threatened to ruin my trip. But I'm not gonna lie, it's been months. My license has been expired for months, and I'm just now getting around to it. And during my haul, I talked about how, I wouldn't wear these Skechers shoes that I got on with this top because it ain't the same kind of blue. We wearing it though. But anyway, hopefully those the pants are still there because I legit have been sitting with these clothes for close to a week. It's been, oh yeah. Did I get them Saturday, Sunday? I don't even remember which day I went. It might have been Sunday. So one day shy of a week, I'm just sitting here before I even try them on. And then when I do, because I just knew they were going to fit. I was wrong. And note to self, with these pants, well, hopefully you'll see the try on haul. Be sure to sketch on over to that, or skip on over to that. We should say sketch. Sketch over? I got sketches on the brain, excuse me. And I'm trying to rush. But let me get on out the door. Like I said, I want to go to Target. I need to go to DMV and all that. I'm lucky it's open on Saturday morning, this Saturday morning anyway. So let's go. All right, I am finally back from all my ripping and running around. How about I went to the DMV, went to a couple of other places, and it wasn't until I went to Target, because this time when I went to Target, I got my little happy tail right on in that little cubicle and tried the clothes on, and they fit all right. I went and got my 8. They fit much better in the crotch now, and they still hit kind of, I'm not coming over here to grab the wedge heels that I bought. I thought at $40 the price point was a little too high, but they got the little circle sale or whatever. They were 20% off, so $25 is exactly what I would want to pay for, a non-leather looking even shoe. I still miss Payless, y'all. I do, because I low-key kind of think this looks Paylessy, but it's cute, and I tried it on in the store. It is flat out comfortable. But anyway, DMV, oh my goodness. So those who've been with me for a little while know my divorce was finalized last year. As such, I went back to my maiden name. I went and I got another driver's license and all that. That was like a few months ago. I can't even remember when, but maybe like August, September, something like that. Literally, no, it could have been over the summer. I might be exaggerating a scotch. But anyway, so I went and I got it renewed with my new old name, so to speak. So I'm thinking everything's good. My driver's license is good now. I'm good now. Excuse me, all this noise I'm making. And I go to Miami for my birthday. And here's the thing. So usually when I go out of town, rather than just get a hotel and a flight, I get a hotel, car, flight, the whole package. I like to drive myself around, not depend on Ubers and all that. So I'm at the airport and I'm getting ready to pick up my car. Now, mind you, I touched down in Miami the day before my birthday because, I'm just going to be there for a few days relaxing at the beach. I got this all made up in my mind. But when I'm ready to go and do what I want to do, I'm going to do that. And I also, another thing is, I kind of like to stay rather than just at regular hotels. I like the ones with a kitchenette. Because now I don't have to get up by a certain time. I can lay in if I want to. I can just do me. So I do all of that, and I'm going to need a car, to pick up groceries, plus go wherever else I want to go. slide my license over, and he's like, I'm sorry, we can't rent the car to you because you won't have a valid license come tomorrow. I was like, what? Tomorrow's my birthday. What are you, huh? And so he said, yeah, your license expires tomorrow. You didn't know that? I'm sorry, what? So when I went to Miami, I didn't use a passport because I'm staying in the States, right? So now the first thing I'm wondering is, oh my goodness, can I fly back home? When I show my ID, is that going to be a problem with TSA? Like, my mind is just all over the place. Plus, I can't get a car. How am I even getting from the airport? Okay, I can do Uber. Like, I'm all over, and my trip was literally ruined before it got started for maybe 10-ish minutes. And so, once I calm down, I'm kind of like, okay, like I said, I can get an Uber. I can still get to the airport. Luckily, blissfully, for real, I was staying at the Brickell, which is a part of Miami in which I've never stayed before. So everything is very much within walking distance, or at least it was for me, because I like to walk. Like when I go out and about and I'm walking, I put in about 3 miles or so, and sometimes I do 2-a-days during the summer, and so my body's kind of acclimated to doing some walking. Honey, when I tell you I stayed in the right spot, wasn't crazy about the hotel, so I won't bother to mention that. But I was within walking distance of the mall. I shopped around at Zara, didn't buy anything, okay? Um, Restaurants, the tourist place, what is that called? It's not the boardwalk. I'll think of it and pop it up. But I mean, it was the perfect place to stay, you dig? And the only thing I will say though, is a lot of that walking kind of had me tired. So I reached out to someone. I'm sure she's gonna be watching, bless her heart. But let me be honest. So I reached out and I'm like, hey, I'm in your city. Let's do brunch. When I tell you, by the time I finished all this walking that I'm so used to, I mean, my body can do it, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna get tired. When I tell you she couldn't make it and my body was so relieved because I was exhausted. Again, I'm that person who, if I say I'm going to do a thing, then yes, I'm going to do it. But my feelings were not terribly hurt when she couldn't make it because I was like, oh, I'm way more tired than I thought I would be. But I really had a good time. I really had a relaxing time. I went to the Jamaican restaurant she recommended. I want to call it Dunkanos, but I'm not sure what it was. Food was pretty good. I won't say it was awesome, but it was pretty good. The people there were pretty cool. I tell you what, I did meet one little weirdo. He was sizing me up and down, and he looked at my earrings and he said, "Oh, those are Tiffany earrings." And I was like, "No, they're actually Emmett. Let me show you the earrings I'm talking about. I've shown them before." So he looks at them and he's like, "Oh, okay, those are Tiffany earrings." I said, "No, these are Amazon earrings." And why are you all, assessing like that? And what was funny was the first time he was acting like he really didn't speak English. Huh? He said something to me, and I responded. I can't even remember what he said now. But he was acting like, huh? And he's leaning in, and so the cue when someone leans in is you're supposed to lean into, You don't hear me, it's not my problem. Like, I'm a different person when I travel. I'm not unfriendly, but I ain't super friendly. I ain't that person that I need you all up in my, I don't know you. I don't know this city, but I think you do. So, no. The most cautious I've ever been in a city is Louisiana, because I'm telling you, not Louisiana, bless my heart, is New Orleans, because they got so many alleys and tucked off areas and back ways and nah, and you just see people watching. And I'm a people watcher too, but I don't watch people like that. They're looking, to me, it's kind of like a lion looking over the Serengeti type of watching. And I apologize if that's your city and you're a wonderful person, but I'm just sharing my experience. I went, in the tourist area and quickly made it back to my hotel before dark could fully fall, because it was just like, dang, I see y'all. The sun is out and everything. Y'all ain't worried about me seeing y'all looking like, I don't even want to know what the nighttime has in store. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, it's a wonderful city. I donated. I'm sorry. After I said all that, I did donate after Katrina and them. I did, I promise. But, Woo! Yeah. Anywho, I'm just sitting here rambling again. I need to get my butt up and at 'em. I have been out all day. I want to go and walk before it's too late. Put some of these miles in. And maybe the pants won't fit quite as snug. I mean, they're, like I said, they're not unflattering, but I like things to be a little more loose. And maybe that's the school teacher in me, but definitely if I'm wearing something to work, kind of want it to be a little looser fitting. So we gonna get this exercise. I will say though that I'm buying clothes for the body I have now, not for the one I want later. And then if I happen to lose this weight again and keep it off, which would be great, because, and I'll tell you why. It's not even so much an aesthetics thing. I don't think I'm bad looking, but I feel a difference when I'm walking upstairs and things like that. I feel a difference, you know, after a few times going around the roller rink. I'm like, oh, I'm a little tired, a little faster than I would anticipate being, you know. So for reasons like that, I'm like, let me just get back to what's a more comfortable size for me. And the funny thing is, I literally, as I'm saying all this, I really don't know what I weigh. And I know I felt heavier, and that's what told me, oh, you should probably buy a 10. It also told me to get an extra large. The extra large fit just fine. The 10, not so much. So I guess I'm one of them big back people. I guess I'm is. I'm carrying it up top. I don't know. But anyway, let me shut up, go walking, and I'll see y'all in a bit. But anyway, I did end up going out. Last we talked, I'm just catching up from the last vlog, like y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Hopefully you do. If you haven't, go ahead and check it out. But anyway, and thank you so much. I felt like I came back and people supported me after being gone for a couple of months. You never know whether or not you'll be received, forgotten, or what'll happen. So that was nice. Cause y'all hit the like though? I don't know what that is. Folks just will not hit the like. Whether you're on your TV, if you're on your TV, press the up button on your menu till you get to the thumbs up, then scooch over and go ahead and hit that like button for me, please, and thank you. Ooh, Tony. Oh. But anyway, what was I saying? I did go by. I got that rose. I can never remember the name of it. But I got the fragrance from Bath and Body Works. Why do I always call that place Bed Bath and Beyond? I looked at my last video. I was like, am I really gonna call it Bed Bath and Beyond every time I'm gonna call it that? But I did, just about. At least I put the correction on there. Yeah, see, it started off looking like a whole lot, but then when you look at the chicken itself, it's not all that much seasoning in my opinion anyway. So, and I'm not going to do a whole lot of that in my opinion business. Some folks really were not the kindest with regard to what I talked about on my last video, interracial dating versus fetishizing, but a lot of you saw it the same way I saw it, which I appreciate that, because I was like, am I actually tripping or no? Like, I do this every time, and then I want to put my cornstarch on here. Here we go. And even though I wipe things down with bleach afterwards, I don't know. I don't like touching a lot of stuff after I touch chicken. No, I did not. And it didn't spill. When I tell you it fell straight up, oh, look at me. I need to go buy a lottery ticket. Be swearing up and down I'm going to win the lottery. Ain't bought near ticket. They say that makes it hard. They do. I'm feeling lucky though. Hey. But I just add a little cornstarch to try to give it a little crisp. It sure is going to make it hard to be crispy, Kymberly. You ain't turned on nan piece of stove. Anywho, we'll be doing that next. So that's good, but I still plan on walking, not so much even just for the purpose of weight loss, but more so just to feel good and feel better and just to kind of get outside. I need to get outside. Speaking of which, I joined the Cooper's Hawk Wine Club, and I kind of like that. I get to go out and meet different people in a different setting, and if you're someone who's interested in getting out and meeting, I say do that as well. Not even just dating, but which I've met men there as well, and that's okay. But I've met women there, and that's been good. So it's like
for my membership, I think I paid, I can't remember exactly, maybe $23 or so, get 2 bottles of wine, and I get 2 wine tastings per month. So for me, that's a go out every other weekend, have a drink or so. Now I gotta wait for my stove to warm up, so I might as well talk while I'm doing that. And it's cool. I have a, you know, they gave me a link. They just sent me a link maybe a little bit ago through my email that I can share with you all if you're interested in joining. And then if you do, you get a bottle of free wine, and so do I, or whatever. But anyway, if you want to cancel it, you can do that at any time. Let me get some bleach, do my wipe down, and I'll get right back to you. Okay. Feel a lot better getting that in. It was a lot of chicken though. I did not realize they put that many pieces in there, because in my mind, you know, it was the wings. I didn't see anywhere on there where it said wingette. But that's fine. I'll cook it up, and you know, it's just little pieces of meat, so I'm sure I'll end up eating it, and that'll be just fine. But what was I talking about earlier? Oh, I went to Bed and Bath, got that. Oh, I was talking about the Target haul. I did that. Also, I'll tell you what, some time ago when I was at Target, I started, you know, it's springtime. I didn't start my spring cleaning yet now. I ain't gonna lie. I used to do spring cleaning over spring break, and then school would start up again, and I found that I was so doggone tired, I don't do that anymore. My spring cleaning, not gonna hold you, my spring cleaning ends up being more like summer cleaning. So once I'm on summer break and I've got a much longer time frame, then I go ahead and do my spring cleaning. But I do in this spring like to flip my mattress. And this year, I don't do it every spring. I flip my mattress, I guess, in the spring and fall. But this spring, I decided I was gonna get another mattress cover, because it just felt like mine had gotten kind of worn between just laying on it and washing it or whatever. And I'm feeling softer about that. And that's what I wanted to say too. I think there's so much stress about living this soft life that a lot of people feel like they're failing, or that they're behind or something if they're not doing some of the same stuff that other people are doing. But I say find your softness where you can. And for me, teaching is a hard job. It really is. But my home is my sanctuary. Like, this is truly my place of peace. I was talking earlier about going to the wine tastings, because sometimes if I'm not cautious, if I don't intentionally go places and do things, I can find myself staying at home a lot. And don't get me wrong, that's a wonderful thing too. During the pandemic, how people were all stressed out and, you know, I need to go, I did not feel that, because again, my home was peaceful. I had just moved from one that wasn't as peaceful. So maybe that helped me to have a greater appreciation of that peace than most people. I don't know. But just in general, even, I'm a person who truly appreciates peace. And so softness for me is like comfortable bedding and stuff. And I went by Target, got that new mattress cover. I got another set of white sheets. I'm just at the point of, hey, after so many lotions and all of that, my sheets may not be as white. They might have a hint of yellow. Even the bleach I'm using might even cause a little bit more yellow. I don't know. But I went and got another set of that, some new pillows. You know, that was, and again, I don't do that every spring, but I might start doing that, because when I tell you I started having the best sleep of my life, oh my goodness, made that bed up and was just geeked and excited. That's when you know you're getting older too. When you start getting geeked about going to bed, I was. And that to me is a nice little thing. And if you're wondering why I'm talking about it, I've heard people mention that, you know, I just feel like I'm behind. And you hear all these people talking about soft life, and then I saw these men's. They got men's talking about it. They don't call it, what do they call it? Drizzle. If y'all have not seen that, be ready to laugh. At least I'm taking it as a parody, and I hope it's a joke. I hope these is jokes that these men is telling. I've heard that some men sound rather serious about it. I haven't seen those. But if you haven't seen some of those drizzle videos, they are really funny. I wish if I can think of who it was, because it's been a while since I've seen them. But she had a YouTube video of the TikTok shorts. No, what do they call it? Whatever they are. The TikTok videos of people or men doing the drizzle, talking about soft life for men. I'm just like, I was tickled. But at the same time, I kind of feel like it was jokes with a sprinkle of nastiness. I can't really describe it because if I haven't said it before, I'm actually a woman who I believe in being submissive to my man, but my man has to also be submissive to God. Like, there's not a problem submitting for me to a man who is also submitted. Me submitting to a man that hasn't, you know what? And it's the weirdest thing. So I mentioned going to Cooper Hawk, meeting people, la la la, and one of my girlfriends was like, "Oh, I got my brother-in-law. He was coming in town, and she was like, 'Let me set you up. We'll all go out to dinner. We'll blah blah blah.'" I have met nice people. I've met nice men, but it just, for me, I need all of the elements that I want. Like, these things aren't negotiable for me. And the God-fearing part, that's not a negotiable. I made it into an acronym of what it is that I need from a man. And then the other things are incidentals. But the drizzle people, I feel like they're kind of making fun of women who want a provider man and things like that. And for me, I understand that at times, I should be pitching in, I should do whatever, but I'm not ashamed to say that I am a submissive woman. I'm not ashamed to say that I want a provider man and things like that. Does he have to provide 100%? It would be preferred. Is it necessary? No, but definitely preferred. The other things though, yeah, those must be in place. And he at least has to have a provider mindset. And I'll say this, in my 20s or so, I was more into the 50-50 and understanding of that. But many of the problems that people say arise in a 50-50 relationship are the problems that I literally saw in the 50-50 relationship. Even though it wasn't a problem for me in terms of helping and chipping in on the bills. I could see in hindsight how there began to be this chip on his shoulder. There began to be an issue with him and things like that, especially if, as my little meager income as a teacher even started looking like it would earn more, because the more education you get, for me, that's the only way to really even get more money. Like, you get a step increase annually, but if you also get another degree, the step goes up and over. And so I can say that as I began to go up and over, there began to be some issues and problems arising. But can't just blame him fully. I can also say that on my part, I didn't necessarily pick a man who had all of his gear. And again, that gear is just an acronym. I'm really, you know what? I think I'm gonna sit down and do a video on that and just talk about it, if for no other reason, just to let some of my friends know, hey, if he ain't checking these boxes, these right here, yeah, that's a no. And then I'll tell you something else. I was listening to a book. It was a fictional book, but even within the book, as it was a fictional book, it felt like they were saying some things that kind of made me think. And it even made me think of some aunties and stuff that I know. Because in one part of it, they were saying, once a woman has been single for like 2, 3, especially 4 years, it's really hard for her to meet someone because she really gets settled in her ways. And I thought, is that about to be me? Because my divorce was finalized just last year, but we've been apart for longer than that. We've been apart for a few years now, but I don't think I'm there yet. Would I say I'm really ready to start dating with intention and looking into getting married? I can't quite say that yet either. Like, I'm enjoying singlehood, so I still want to enjoy and explore and go out. Does that mean that if I meet a wonderful guy, I'm going to be like, oh, I'm doing me? No, but I am making sure that I enjoy my time with me, and that, I enjoy the little luxuries of making a softer bed. Is it the highest price point? Is it the most luxurious that it could be? But no, not yet. Right now I'm on a teacher's salary, you understand. But I say that too, just to say that for people who feel like they're not living this life that they hear so many other people talk about, no, you're not. That's their life. And then, just like in my intro, how do we know everything that they're saying is really true? So I feel like you just have to do what works for you, what softens your life, what makes your life a little bit better. Like that's key to me. So anyway, I'm tired. Again, believe it or not. So on this Saturday, I've been out, I've been shopping, I've been meal prepping and doing all that stuff and tried to film a video. I've already had a day that y'all didn't even see. So I'm a little tired. It's getting later in the day. Let my food finish cooking. I want to throw in a little bit of laundry and all that because tomorrow is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all of my mothers. And I know I'm not going to want to do stuff then. So with that in mind, I will talk to y'all soon.
Good morning, and happy belated Mother's Day to all of my mothers out there. I'm a mother too, grandmother actually. And I gotta say, I had a pretty nice, chill Mother's Day. It was good. We also went to my mom's apartment complex. They had a brunch there for all of the people there. And I tell you what, no matter how old we get, we're still learning. But we were there, and my sister couldn't make it, so my granddaughter, and I were at my mother's place. And I'm taking pictures, things like that, and I'm scrolling through my phone, excuse me, to figure out what pictures and videos I'm going to send to my sister. And my daughter is like, wow, this is a really good turnout. A lot of people came. And she said something about, like, that man over there. I know I've never seen him a day in my life. And so I stopped scrolling. I look up and over, and I see this gentleman. He's holding on to someone's shoulder, and he's got his red and white cane. And I was like, yeah, that man has never seen you a day in his life either. And I keep scrolling. And then after I said it, I realized, probably not the best thing to say. Not the most politically correct thing, I would say. I mean, it wasn't wrong, but, and so my daughter was like, mama. And it made me think. I'm one of those people, my friends used to tease me about, I forget the character on the Golden Girls. Yeah, we used to watch the Golden Girls, but it's the mother that carries the purse around, Estelle Getty's character. For some reason, I got Rose in my mind, I got Blanche in my mind, I can't think of the other. But anyway, of how she just opens her mouth and tends to say things. And I said, that's one of the things I'm still working on. Like, I'm better at it. In my role as a teacher, I'm much better at it because, you kind of have to be on point, on guard, ever alert of the things you do and say. And oh, you know what? Speaking of which, y'all, I just want to share an email that one of my kids sent to me. I mean, I haven't had her for years, but she's once my kid, always my kid. So anyway, it says, "Hi, Miss Brown. This is blank, or just blank." So she had one of those names that like Mary Elizabeth, I'll say, that kind of two names go together. And she was like, "Oh, but people can just call me Mary if that's what they want." I was like, "No, honey. What do you want to be called?" And so I know we teach ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, and all of that, but I'm also still trying to instill life lessons. It'd be nice if I could learn them myself, especially as it pertains to thinking before I speak. But like I said, I do it very well when I'm at work. But anyway, let me keep going. So anyway, hi, Miss Brown. This is Mary, I think is the name I said. I don't know if you remember me, but I was one of your students all the way back in kindergarten. After 5th grade and 6th grade summer school, I left, excuse me, okay, sorry about that. Let's see. After 5th and 6th grade summer school, I left the district. I now live in Kansas, neighboring state. So I'm not in that district anymore. I just wanted to reach out to you because you were one of my favorite teachers from that school and you gave me a wonderful experience while I was there. I will never forget you, and you were a role model to me. Oops, excuse me again. Hi, so many interruptions. Let me turn that down. Okay. You were a role model to me. I also wanted to let you know that you are appreciated from me. I've been wanting to reach out to you for a while, but didn't know your last name had changed, so I didn't have the right information and didn't think you were there anymore. But anyway, that gave me a little bit of a boost. I forgot why I was even going into that, because I know I was talking about how I need to censor myself and just do a better job of that in general, and I will. But you know what? Luckily for me, the good thing is I'm not a mean-spirited person. And I say that not just because I think that, but because the people around me have always said, you're one of the nicest people. People might mistake your kindness for weakness. I also don't have, like a strong voice. Everybody wants what they don't have.
So I've always wanted, like a Marcus. I can't even get it. Marcus. Okay, that sounds worse. But anyway, I always wanted a deeper voice because I feel like, more deeper and hoarse voices. First of all, I think they sound more alluring and they just sound more serious to me. But again, I'm sure someone with a hoarse voice wishes theirs was soft or whatever. We all want what we don't have. But that being said, luckily I'm not a cruel-hearted person, or the things I say would be more cruel. But they're taken more in a light-spirited way, but you have to know me in order to understand that. Because I would think if someone outside of my small circle, and my circle is very small, but outside of my small circle of people who knows me would be like, dang, she's real insensitive, or and I just wasn't even thinking, you know what I mean? And so I feel like I need to front load people who may stop by my channel and things like that, and just let you know I'm genuinely not an offensive person. Am I the most, I won't say thoughtful, because I am thoughtful. I do kind things for people, but you know what I'm trying to say. Do I think before I speak all of the time? No, absolutely not. That's what editing's for. Y'all don't know. There's a lot of stuff I look at and I say, maybe we don't need that comment in it. Go on and take that one out, KB. That don't need to be said. So just letting you know that, ooh, y'all, not even a segue. Oh, I must have left that letter at home. Really wanted to put it in the trash. How about I got summoned for jury duty? Now, I don't mind doing my civic duty. I really don't. But it ought to be an unspoken rule, if not a whole law, that says you don't summon a teacher for jury duty over the summer. Are you? Hopefully, I put in the clip or just a little snippet of what we had listened to for school every day on a daily basis. Now, that just happened to be at the zoo. But baby, when I tell you these stay on deck for a reason, I'm not even kidding. How you gonna summon me for jury duty? But I will say, I wasn't summoned to the Kansas City courthouse. I was actually summoned to Independence, which is a suburb of Kansas City. And once upon a time, I don't know if it's still true, but per capita, it was the meth capital in terms of labs and all of that. And, them street pharmacists was cooking up that meth all day right there in Independence, which is like a hop, skip, and a jump. So since I've been summoned to Independence, I'm wondering if I should, go in there looking like I got an issue. Will that get me out of, I don't mean get me out of jury duty. Will that help me to enjoy my summer break? Is that what I need to, like, have? I don't know. Somebody said that you can actually change the date of when you go. So if I can look and find like a teacher work day or something and switch the date to that, I'm gonna do that. But baby, please don't have me waking up at no extra early in the morning to get, first of all, you gotta find parking, get parked, get in, checked in, all on my break? On my very hard-earned break? I don't think so. Anyway, speaking of a break, I need to stop taking one now and get back to work. So, I just wanted to say hello, check in, do all the things, and we'll talk probably when I get home. But I can tell you now how this day is going. I'm probably gonna have me a little sip of something, because yeah, it's been an interesting day. We're doing the countdown, and we've got kids who are like, it's the weirdest thing. Like, some of them are going to summer school, so when you're going to summer school, I can understand why you want to hold on to what you're familiar with. You wish school wouldn't end or things like that. But some of these other kids are just genuinely like not wanting to go home for the summer. I really don't understand that. I was that kid. It was so different. Okay, so now I said I was gonna get back to work. Now I'm running my mouth some more. But it's different. It's complimentary. I like it. But in some ways, I'm like, I don't get it. When I was a kid and we had recess, I have nothing to say to my teachers. Nothing at all. I hated it when recess was over. We would go play. That's it. That's all, no more. But now we tell the kids, go play, and they come right back and they want to tell me a story. They go for a minute and come right. Or they literally, wherever I'm walking around in the playground, they also want to walk around too. And I can't be rude. So I talk with them. But at some point, I'm like, baby, I really want you to get out there. I really want you to play. enjoy your physical exercise. Talk to some of the friends in another classroom and do kids just not play no more? The kids in my neighborhood, we have a couple who are younger, but like if I'm sitting out on my patio, I can hear the other kids playing somewhere, so I know they're in their backyards and they're playing, but it's not like it used to be. Like when we were kids, we ran the street. We was up, down, everywhere. And that's not to say we didn't have negative adults. We didn't have them like now. I looked up one time on the website to see all the pedophiles and the nasties in my area. Baby, I had to shut that down. It made me feel like I can't even move. Like I got to keep an eye on my kid 100% of the time. So it's not to say they weren't there, but like we would have winos, and even the winos, that's what we called them. But even the winos were respectful. They would keep their liquor in a paper sack, and when we kids would go by, they would kind of put it down or whatever. And even the winos, let me tell you, even the winos could tell on us. If we were doing stuff we shouldn't do, hey, y'all kids now, y'all, they may say it with a slur, but they would tell us to slow down. I see y'all looking both ways. Y'all need to look both ways. And it was not a disrespectful thing from them, and it was not disrespectful for us to talk to them at all. We were just like, all right, I am Mr. Johnson, don't want to know. We might whisper it to each other, but some of the stuff I hear kids saying in and out of school to adults now is so different. And that's another reason, like, I'm very mindful of y'all go play, go be with kids, and not even in a negative or nasty way. Stay in a kid's place. Be involved with kid activities. You don't need to hear me and Miss So-and-so talking about the fire drill or what we're planning on. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, childhood really does hit differently now. It's just, oh my goodness. I'm never going to get to work. One more thing. I'm saying this one more thing, and I'm going to get my little tail back to work. But did y'all see where that one teacher, I don't know, it looked like the kids might have been high schoolish, but the way they be pumping hormones in these schools, I'm pretty sure those kids were high schoolers. And there was a male high school teacher, and he's sitting down, he's on his phone doing what I don't know, because I only saw, granted, let me be very upfront, I only saw a few seconds of it. But the kids, there were several girls all around him taking down his hair. And I looked and somebody sent that to me. I didn't really have time to look at it. I thought, that's odd. Then they sent me another clip where he's crying. I'm guessing he was suspended because I ain't seen no school background that time. So I'm guessing he was suspended and he's crying about it. And I thought, man, like I just said, you have to be on alert. Come on, man, you got to think about the optics. And it's not fair. It's not right. It's a whole lot of things it's not. But there are things that I, as a female teacher, can get away with, I think, than can a man teacher. Now, would I have my kids doing my hair in school? Absolutely not, because I just can't see how on a school schedule you got time to do that. So I don't really know that part, but I don't do it anymore just because things have gotten so litigious now. Like, it don't take but a little bit to get sued. But I've had little girls who would come to school and they would, be so shy. So shy. One child I'm thinking of, bless her heart, the mother had gone into premature labor. And so her plan was to do her daughter's hair, when she got closer to labor. But of course it was premature. She didn't know. And so the little girl's father had to comb her hair. I'm going to just say he tried his best. And so the girl comes to school and she's really embarrassed. And I sent the kids off to whatever, art piece, something like that. I was like, come here, sweetheart. And I bust her hair down. It was super simple style. You know how you do the little Y part. She had two ponytails. I still remember very clearly. She had two ponytails in the front, one in the back. And I mean, she was so happy she just flat out cried. And I was like, it's not that big a deal. But you look now and it's that big of a deal because there are teachers who have gotten sued and lost for changing a child's hair. And I get it. You really don't want to alter my door is hot today. You don't really want to alter a child's appearance from how they came to school. But in a case like that, it's not really a big deal. So I don't know if he's thinking it's just hair. It's not really a big deal. I'm going to ignore that because it's probably another child trying to say hi. But it is a big deal. And it just, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. You let me know. But it hit different when I saw that. And I feel so bad because with all that teachers have, we really do kind of need to band together and stand together. But I really can't stand for that because I'm also a parent. But anyway, let me go.